I'm Jen, and I brought my blue and gold Macaw Aurora on this trip. I almost didn't come on this trip for several reasons, probably the main one being that in my head, it was gonna be more of the same. Like, Aurora has struggled in our previous trips, and in my mind I thought, I'm gonna make this long drive across the country, get there, and she's just gonna be miserable and crashing and not flying well. And yeah, it just made me not want to put her through it, or me through it, to come all the way out here and do it. I'm glad I did choose to come because several reasons. One, it was just a blast in general, but it turned out that she actually made the most progress she's ever made. And the thing that I've been working on since day one, in my mind, like our goal 2 flight trips ago was for her to land on me. And I finally got her to land on me, 3rd trip in, and that's all I ever really wanted. From here, I feel like it's just a process of just getting her more comfortable with traveling, getting her more comfortable with staying different places, desensitization, but like her flight skills and her confidence around flying improved so much this time that now I feel like that is the least of my concerns.
She's like, don't do that again. I'm hanging on. Oh, good girl. Good girl. Look at you, all proud of yourself. What an amazing she looks pretty happy.
So's the bird.
Yeah. Good job. That was beautiful.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Woohoo.
Honestly, like day 1 was surprisingly good because Aurora was doing short recalls. And that's not even something we were getting much of on the last trip. So right off the bat, I felt more optimistic than I thought I would. So the first few days was like doing short recalls and things and just getting her more comfortable and spending time outside, letting her just kind of hang out and get really like used to just having so much space around her. It's not something she's used to. She doesn't hang out in big open spaces that much. So I think that's something that was a lot for her. On the second day, she learned that she could fly and turn around and do a lot of things, but found that the roof was the easiest place to land, or the carport was the easiest place to land. So she started doing that. But I was super excited when we were trying to get off the roof and she chose to take flight again, circle back, and actually chose to land on me instead of the roof at the end of the day. That was like a big moment for me because I just felt like that was the start to what we were aiming for, which was her choosing to land on me over something else, even though I'm a smaller target.
Oh my God! Yes!
Best thing ever.
Oh, yay!
Stop and lower herself.
Yay!
I was like, I'm over this. That's what did it. It's the music.
So when we didn't train one day and we got to have kind of a girls' day, that was fun. Jamie and I had a really good time. We went into town and got some sushi, went out to eat and like hung out, got some juice and stuff. And she kept sending Brandon, my husband, like a lot of really goofy videos of us messing around. So that was super fun.
Okay.
All right, Brandon, we just decided to take a little break and do some shots.
Oh, it stinks so bad. Oh no.
Oh God.
It's so bad.
Oh God. Hey Brandon, we just wanted to give you an update that everything's going really awesome. We're so happy with Aurora's progress, and Jen has been great. And we're feeling really good about everything. Like, they've soared to all new heights this trip. I just really feel like Jen's stepping up to the assignments on this trip as well. And like, really just, I mean, gosh, she's doing awesome.
She's reaching new heights.
Yep. I mean, raising the roof is like an understatement. She is just excelling here. So sorry you couldn't be here, but just so you know, we're all on a really great high.
And honestly, a nice break for me too, because sometimes on flight trips, it can be hard to get out of bird mode. Like, my brain wants to stay in the mode of focusing on what we need to do next and what my end goal is, because sometimes I get really attached to my end goal and it's hard to detach from that. And sometimes the progress doesn't look as fast as you think it should, but it's still progress. And so having that break right in the middle, it's like right in the middle of it, for both me and Aurora, I felt like was a really good break for us, just to like her to rest and me to get out and just like have some fun and not worry about flying or anything else, because the very next day we came back and that's when she just started nailing it. Brandon is always like, this is an expensive hobby. And I'm like, it is, but it's like, for me, it's like an investment in my life. It's an investment in her life. It is definitely a lifestyle choice, I think. And I don't fault anyone who doesn't want to do it. I think it's a huge investment of time, energy, like the money, all of it. But for me, it's like something that's so beneficial in so many ways. Like, it makes me really happy to see her doing this stuff. And I've thought about quitting with her because it was so hard. I've had moments where I'm like, maybe this just isn't for her or for me or for us. And I think what keeps me going, what keeps me going every time is every time I do make the effort and I come out and I do it, I see her getting better. And I know that we're still getting somewhere.
This part just like a trudge fest. That first line was tough.
How do you like the dune so far?
I got a good workout.
We're just gonna have to transcribe all the bottoms of these.
I want to like sit down for a few minutes.
She said she wants to sit down for a few minutes.
Will you quit?
Will you quit? Oh.
All right. I'm good. I'm sitting here.
They have a Cybertruck.
Yeah, I got a lot more experience with the GPS this time, which was really cool. I feel a lot more comfortable using it. I think last time was my first time using my own GPS. I had borrowed one before, so it was still kind of awkward. I was still getting used to the process and how it worked. Now that I understand it, it's super simple, which I love, because it's literally like 1, 2, 3, like 3 steps. Everything's on, pull up the app, boom. You know, I like hit record. I actually recorded a couple of her flights. I've never done that. And I thought that was super cool. I can't wait to go back and like look at it. Every time she'd land on the carport, she'd land like on the furthest end away, and she'd need to like walk herself back over to the other end so she could fly down to me. And so some of the funniest stuff was just sitting there listening to her little clippy claps go across the top of the roof as she came back over. The way I look at most big problems in life is like, if I had all the answers, I would just do it myself. I kind of look at things like it's always better to have a second opinion along with mine, even if I think I'm right, because I may not know. And so having a mentor there to like question your thinking, or even just suggest something that, you know, reshapes how you're thinking of something. I think the best thing I can think of right now, example of that was like being out there. She landed her first ever flight on the dune, you know, and I caught her and I'm thinking, great, let's let her rest and do it one more time, because she just did it. So now she can do it. So now it would be great to get her to do it again. And Dave's like, you know, I think we should be done. And it was kind of like, oh, you know, bummer. I really wanted to do more, and I want to push her because I know I'm leaving soon. But I realized like having someone else there who explains like the reasoning behind it, and then you go, yeah, that actually makes perfect sense. And because I'm so close to her and to the outcome, it's hard for me to make the rational decisions sometimes because I want so badly to see her do things. So yeah, I don't know. It's like invaluable to have someone there who can see it from the outside, you know, and look in and just, yeah. I feel like the reason we made that progress is because of Dave, honestly, because I've tried this for a really long time. And so I feel like that just made, I was like, this time I'm going in there and I'm going to shut up, and whatever Dave says, I'm doing, because I want this to work. And I did, and it did. And so I'm like super ecstatic about it. My favorite part of the trip, like the easy answer would be getting the flights I wanted. There was really so many things. Like, honestly, if I'm actually like unbird related, my favorite part of the trip was probably playing games with you guys and like watching Capri cheat and like literally trying to like scam me in Uno. Like, yeah, I mean, like that stuff was like, those are the memories. Like, I will remember everything, but like those are memories that are like super personal, and so they mean the most. Yeah, there's no way I can pick like one moment that was like my favorite moment. I had so much fun. Like, there was a moment a day, at least one, but yeah.
Well, she has just been like notoriously cleaning this Airbnb. Like, she vacuums, she like beats that thing outside. She does the countertops, she does the dishes, like all these things. And the number one question she gets on her Instagram is like, why is your house always so nice? And so I'm definitely gonna feature in her interview what it's like to have Jen as a roommate.
It's super easy to compare yourself to other people. So I think if you're considering getting into free flight, it's cool to watch the videos, it's cool to get really excited about what could be. But it's also cool to focus on like the quality of your bird's life getting there, because the process of getting there, it still managed to build more confidence in other situations. She's healthier for it. I went to the vet. The vet was like, she has amazing muscle. Like, she's really fit for a bird that's a pet in house. And so there's like other little wins that have kept me going, because I know I'm like going in the right direction. But I just think, yeah, having that like idea in your head that like it needs to look this way, not necessarily. It can be really great without looking exactly like that.